Hi, it's Mary Luz of Mary Luz Online and Modus Novus Astro Hypnosis here with the energy forecast for Friday, May 3rd. I think it is time to go inward this weekend. So, Pluto, the planet of getting to the bottom of things, went retrograde yesterday, May 2nd. And today, Mercury, the planet of perception and communication and thinking, is within 2 degrees of Chiron in Aries. So, I'll speak about Chiron because there are events on Monday and Tuesday, including the new moon in Taurus that involve Chiron. And I think a little bit of time spent this weekend would really accelerate some good things for us. So, Chiron is where we are wounded, but it is so intrinsic to us that we may not even see it, yet it's slowly poisoning us from the inside out. So, yeah, yikes. Um, However, once we acknowledge that wound, it provides an opportunity to be like whole in a way that frees us up to use all of our unique gifts and maybe to serve others and do what we are meant to in this life. And that serving others is another component of the Chiron archetype and energy because it involves mentoring others where they are similarly wounded. So it is often called the wounded healer. In mythology, Chiron trained gods, including Hercules, and so there is that mentoring component and that using your gifts, becoming whole again with Chiron. And in Aries in specific, it's Aries is about the self. So that again, that intrinsic wounding is emphasized. And with Mercury positioning at the exact same degree in space on the day of the new moon, this tells me that we have an opportunity maybe for some accelerated healing because the new moon is when we set those new intentions, and the moon is also about healing, or it can be. And I'll get to those to-do list for a new moon in a little bit. But first, I want to introduce you to another celestial body that plays a key role, in my opinion, in this new moon. So Ceres is a dwarf planet, and in mythology was the mother of Persephone. And Persephone, if you remember, was abducted by that bad guy Pluto to the underworld, and Ceres had to negotiate how to have time back with Persephone, and that created the seasons. So Ceres is the archetype of the mother, and especially of Mother Nature, and was the goddess of the harvest. And there are these themes of unconditional love. And then, because of the abduction of Persephone, the polarities of compassion and anger, attachment and detachment, and also these rituals for transformation go along with Ceres. And Ceres will be in a square, which is a tense aspect to Mercury and Chiron, and in a trine aspect to Uranus on Tuesday, that day of the new moon, in these exact aspects. And with that trine to Uranus, that's really a beneficial flow of energy between those two planets. And Uranus, again, is about where we are okay with stepping outside of tradition or consensus and uh, speaking for ourselves or others who are the underdogs for the better of ourselves and the collective. So I think we are being asked to look at our core wounding and perhaps quite literally starting with our mother. And sorry, moms, but maybe it's no coincidence that the US Mother's Day is coming up. So asking ourselves whether we carry habits or rituals from our mother or our ancestry that are not unconditionally loving and nurturing to ourselves. Uh, these things that have been internalized as beliefs. And do we continue to self-harm by not examining these habits or beliefs? And where could we transform or alchemize them by using the new moon's energy to set some intentions for changing how we nurture ourselves? And Taurus is a very practical sign. So we will want to think about things like how we nourish ourselves with food, with being in nature, and with movement, and whether we are able to see ourselves as beautiful in the way a mother sees her child. And yes, I know it's easier said than done. Um, but we've got some new moon energy coming. So even if you end up crying on Saturday and Sunday, and by Monday, kind of get your pen and paper, your journal out and be ready for the new moon. And the to-dos are give yourself a clean slate, thinking about how you want to improve yourself and your life. Plant seeds, and it's springtime, so you can do this literally as well as figuratively. But with Taurus, because it's practical and realistic, we want to not plant more than we can nurture. We don't want to fail, we want to be successful. And the other thing is accept invitations because there could be an opportunity out there as well. And then if we take this aligned energy, the new moon goes along with Aries energy. So we can learn things like courage, confidence, inspiration, and independence. So that is the energy report for this week. Work with the astrology. And if you have any questions, you can email me info@marialuz.online. And please subscribe if you like this. I'll be here every Friday. Thank you. Bye.